You know, Charlie, we're really in a wilderness time in our life right now, aren't we?
Yeah, this COVID-19 kind of has brought this desert to the whole United States.
It's such a wilderness time, and people are really afraid, aren't they? And
Yeah, afraid.
anxious and scared, and they don't know what's going to happen in their future. It's a tough time for everyone, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I remember it brings back memories of our wilderness time we had with our family.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, up in Washington.
1994.
1994. I was the director at Grotonwood and a Christian camp, and decided to leave that secure job and go off to law school.
Right,
and,
with 4 kids.
4 kids, and so we moved all of our family and our dog up to Washington, New Hampshire. 20 acres up there. We owned a camp, and we were going to move in, and I was there less than a week and off to law school and lots of studying.
Yeah.
And it was a time that our kids will never forget.
They still have memories of it. You know, this week I asked them, wrote them and asked them what they remember, and I have some of these things written down, and Alyssa remembered the mica rock. Remember all the mica rock
we would take a hammer out there and we would chip that rock into big pieces of mica.
Yeah, she loved to go explore the nature there, didn't she? And she remembered lots of snow.
Lots of snow.
You remember?
Yes. Remember the snow being up this high.
Yeah, and she remembered the Rice Krispie squares I made.
Every night.
Well, it was the easiest thing to do when the kids had to get the bus for 6:15.
Yeah.
So those were all made, and we had to get up so early.
6:15.
Yeah.
Being out there at the end of the road.
Yeah, in the dark.
In the dark.
Yeah, that was really early. And so the bus came early, and she also remembers, this is cute, Becca watching Barney.
Yeah.
Her little
dance.
Yeah. I asked Josh, and his one thing was cutting wood with a skill saw.
Yeah, we didn't own a chainsaw, so we would take my skill saw out there, circular saw, and we'd take branches that can't be too big, and cut them up for firewood, because the only heat we had was a wood stove, and we needed wood, and there was no chopped wood other than what I could cut with a skill saw. And so I think that's where Josh started his logging.
His logging skills began there.
With a skill saw.
Yeah, God works, doesn't he?
Yes.
In all ways. And then Kevin never answered me, but I think, what do you think one of his memories was?
Oh,
I
think it was in the school.
School?
Yeah, but more important for him was lunches.
The lunches,
The lunches at school. Josh and Kevin loved the lunches.
Yeah, you could eat
all you want. Homemade food, all you want.
Yeah, it was delicious homemade food.
Yeah, it was great. We got free lunch, and they ate their share of free lunch.
They did. They loved it. You know, I remember a time that God took care of us.
Yeah.
And I always wanted the kids to learn about faith and trusting God in hard times and when you don't have much. And that faith and family is so important. We had God, we had each other. And that was really special. And there were lessons they learned. I remember them coming home from school, and I'm going to change the name of the person they talked about. They would come home and talk about Bonnie. Well, Bonnie did this, and Bonnie, you know what Bonnie did today? It was horrible, and she's so naughty. And every day they talked, and so finally one afternoon I said, you know guys, let's invite Bonnie to dinner. Well, Bonnie, come to our house for dinner? Yeah, let's invite Bonnie, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
And I think it taught them a lesson about loving others unconditionally and inviting them, being the hands and feet of Jesus to them. Yeah. I'll never forget that. Yeah. It was cool. Do you remember? You have memories, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember studying all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a job at First Baptist Church of Brattleboro.
Yeah.
I was their pastor for 6 months or so. Yeah. Go down once a week from Washington, New Hampshire, all the way down to Brattleboro, Vermont. Over those mountains, you can't get there from their kind of place in Washington to Brattleboro, and we would go there, and I developed my preaching skills there because I hadn't done a lot of preaching in my previous job as the director of a camp.
Yep,
I have to do a lot of sermons, and I get paid $100 a week.
Wow.
That's what we lived on, $100 a week.
4 kids,
Yep.
mom and dad, and a dog.
And free lunch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was this lady there who would take us out to eat after every church service. She would take us to the local pizza place, and we would order a big pizza, oftentimes Hawaiian pizza.
Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, it was good. And she was such a nice lady.
She was. She did that every week.
Every week for us.
What that did for our kids.
Yeah.
What that showed them, and there were these springs, these well springs of blessings, in that wilderness time for us, weren't there?
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, those times with the kids and our church and trust and faith.
And faith during that wilderness time. And can you read that scripture?
So in Isaiah it says this: "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the desert and streams in the wasteland."
Yeah, God did make a way in that wilderness desert, and
Sure did.
then those streams in the desert, and it says in there, I will do a new thing.
And I think God is going to do a new thing here in our church.
I think so
in the
too.
days ahead.
But I think about the new thing He did for us.
Yeah.
As we came from Washington.
Yeah.
He brought us to Antrim Baptist.
That's right. We came from Washington in June 1994, 95.
5 of June. Yeah.
And came here, and it was a entirely new thing.
It was, and it was what God wanted us to do.
Yeah.
And He brought us here, and that was the beginning of the ministry here.
Yeah.
Which God, we have seen many blessings because of God. And then you were talking about this COVID.
So I think God is going to do a new thing now with this thing that's going on in our
so hard.
country and world.
So hard.
And it's, I mean, who would have thought you would be cooped up in your house for months?
I know.
And church closed down for months, and who knew? And what's going to come out of that? I think God is working during this time to do a new thing. What that new thing is, I'm not sure, but God will show us. He'll show us. He'll make a way.
Right.
In the desert. The desert is coronavirus.
Right. And this week I heard someone say that life will never be the same.
Yeah.
And I believe that. And that's okay. I think that's good. And during this time, I see those well springs in the desert, and I think when we're all done this, we'll see a new thing at Antrim Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to see what happens then when we go back.
Yeah.
A new thing.
Yeah. God will make a way when there seems to be no way.
He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me.
He
Amen.
will make a way. Amen.
Amen.